First up, let's revisit last Saturday, away at Forest Green. Now on to Tuesday night, when we hosted Everton's under-21s in the EFL Trophy. Now this Sunday at the Eco Power Stadium, 3 o'clock, the Dons are in the promotion final where they host North Wales Crusaders. The prize for the winner is promotion. For a bit of fun, we asked some of our under-18 squad to see if they could score a drop goal. Here's how it went.
Freddie Allen, defender.
Harry Wood, midfielder.
Kevin Marabbe, forward. Jamie Tomlinson, forward.
Doesn't matter the shape of the ball, I'm still winning. Good luck to the Dons this Sunday. Come on the Dons!
Sticking with the Dons promotion final, here are a few good luck messages from the Rovers first team.
Good luck to the Dons on Sunday. Go smash it. Get that promotion. Come on, you Dons.
Good luck to the Dons for Sunday. Good luck to the Dons on Sunday.
Good luck to the Dons on Sunday.
Good luck to the Dons on Sunday. All the best.
Just want to wish all the lads on Sunday all the very best. Do the business, boys.
Now, we know many of you use the Red and White Show as a way to catch up on all the latest Rovers content. So here's a look back at the Inside Rovers match day Everton under-21 game earlier this week. Now we look ahead to this weekend, Gillingham at home. Here's what Owen Bailey had to say to the press this week.
First of all, for a change, how good has it been to have that winning feeling around the place for the past week or so?
Yeah, it's great. I think obviously the gaffer spoke to her about it. You've got to enjoy it when you're winning, and there's no better feeling on a Saturday when you come home and you've got 3 points. You can really enjoy your weekend. So obviously to have won on Saturday and then again midweek, it's great, and it's a great feeling and one I've missed. So hopefully we can keep that.
How much did it feel as though getting over kind of a psychological hump to get that win? Because there've been decent performances that haven't yielded wins recently, but to actually get it done in the last couple of matches.
Yeah, I think it's frustrating as players because when you're playing well and you're not quite getting the rub of the green, it can be quite frustrating. But everyone stuck together, management, players, everyone, and we kept working and we knew what we were doing was the right things. And I think we got what we deserved on Saturday, and then obviously again on Tuesday. So I suppose it is probably a bit of a relief to get the 3 points, but ultimately we weren't panicking. We were very much focused on kind of the performances and playing well.
When outside, I dare say, you'll be aware, criticism. Teams always get criticised when they're not winning. So how would you sum up the kind of progression from, even in a couple of weeks, I suppose, to where you were to where maybe you are now?
I think after the Notts County game, we were frustrated with our performance. I think that was probably one of our low points. But since then, we've really turned a corner. I think everyone's bought into everything. Everyone's give that extra bit, and really sort of pushed for results. And obviously, we didn't quite get them a few times, but the performance has improved. And I don't know what that's down to, whether it was the application of the lads or different things we were doing in training or whatever. But I think it was nothing kind of major. I think it was just kind of everyone sticking together ultimately. And like I say, a bit of rubber of the green helped. Bit of fortune, and we got the 3 points, so it was good.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because people like me and fans will talk about things changing dramatically, won't they? But you might say as a footballer, well, training's been the same, the lads are still the same, but we're winning now. It just looks different.
Yeah, it's hard. I think that's the hardest part of being a player. I think obviously you know what goes on day to day in the training ground. So it's quite important to block out the noise sometimes, because obviously you know it can go both ways, whether it's going well or whether it's not going so well. You know, certain comments or whatever can kind of derail you. So I think you've just got to sort of stay present and stay focused on kind of what's going on right at that moment, and you know, trust the group and trust the players. And I think that's what we've done, and we've stuck together, and hopefully we've turned the corner now.
Well, that was the next point. So how optimistic are you as a group of players, and obviously you as an individual, that you can build on the last couple of games and start to motor on where I think we all kind of expect Doncaster Rovers to be?
Yeah, obviously we made it clear we want to be kind of pushing for promotion at the start of the season, and obviously that's not out of the picture, but obviously at the minute it doesn't look great, but you know, we've just got to put results together and see where that takes us. You know, we'll take things one game at a time, and obviously that starts again tomorrow, and then just build on that from there. But obviously if the result doesn't go away again, it doesn't mean we've totally written off and we've you know been bad, because we could play well and get beat again. But ultimately we're looking for good results now.
Doncaster Rovers fans have seen you play in a couple of different positions in the team. You're not allowed to say you're happy to play anywhere. Where would you prefer to play?
Truthfully, I don't know. Genuinely happy to play anywhere. Not allowed to say it. No, I genuinely am. You know, I love sort of playing here, and I love playing for this club. It's a great place to play football. So I think wherever I'm kind of required, and wherever the gaffer wants us to play, I'm more than happy to play there. I think probably midfield, I like being a bit more involved, going the other way. But then I would say arguably I'm better at centre half. So it's kind of one of them where, what would you rather? So no, I'm just happy that I'm playing, and happy that hopefully things are on the up now.
When you were just specifically talking about playing centre half, when you're in the same squad as the Richard Woods of this world and the Tom Andersons of this world, as a young lad, how much of a kind of learning exercise is it, you know, dealing with those lads and talking to those lads and watching how they go about things?
Yeah, it's great. I think a lot of my youth career I spent playing centre back. It wasn't only until a couple of years ago I kind of started playing more in midfield. So you know, I'm used to playing there. But obviously having the likes of Woody, like you said, and Nando and Joe, you know, they've got a lot of experience in the Football League, and I think it's definitely something I can use to help my game. And you know, we lean on each other a lot, and I think the good thing is we've all got different qualities in the back line, and I think we'll complement each other well. So I think it's just about kind of getting a bit of consistency and you know, getting that kind of blend right, and making sure we keep the ball out of the net but build attacks as well.
So what are you expecting from Gillingham tomorrow? Normally people make sweeping statements about teams like Gillingham and tin hats and all that type of thing. What are you expecting?
Well, I think if you look at the league, obviously the top of the league, so we know it's going to be difficult. Obviously we've had a look at them, and we've kind of got a rough idea of how they play, but like anything, you know, teams can come and totally change how they play on the day where they might have watched us. So you know, I think we've got to be prepared for anything, but I think, you know, we've got to first and foremost win the physical battle, and then hopefully where sort of quality can shine through and we can get a positive result.
And finally, on this week's Red and White show, manager Grant McCann gives us a few updates, along with previewing the Gillingham clash this weekend.
First of all then, let's talk team news issues. So, well, first of all, Lawler, how is he today?
Yeah, he's improving. We'll see where he is for tomorrow. So yeah, that's on him.
Senior, if I can ask on his rehab latest?
Improving. Again, he'll be a late call for tomorrow. As well, Richard Wood. We found out James Maxwell is not going to have an operation now, which is positive news for us. So he could be 4 to 6 weeks. John Taylor's moving well on the grass, stepping up his rehab. So he could be back with us very soon. There's a lot of others, to be fair. I'll be here all day speaking about the rest of them. So it's we've got quite a lot of long-term injuries and stuff like that. So it's yeah, we probably want to try and stay away from it. I know people want to hear it, but we want to try and focus on the group that's fit.
But dare I say it, 2 Fridays running, actually the injury news has been positive, with bodies coming back into the fold.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's nice to have Ben Close back available. Played well on Tuesday night, and obviously scored the winner for us at Forest Green. He's an important player for us, so nice to have him back. yeah, Kyle Hurst is close also. You know, he's been around the training group this week, and whether Saturday's too quick for him, we'll see. So yeah, we're starting to get there. There's a lot of knocks and niggles that won't take too long, but there's also some serious injuries, the likes of Jamie Sterry, George Miller, James Maxwell, Adam Long. You know, and it goes on further than that. So yeah, but look, it is what it is. I think every football club will have injuries. We had them all at probably the similar sort of time, but we're starting to move on some of them, which is pleasing.
Because for the others, I suppose we're really talking about November, aren't we? Before we might see them back out on the grass.
There's 41 games. I was counting before I left. There's 41 games left, including cup games. And that's not if you know. There's probably going to be more than that if you can go further in the AFL Trophy and further in the FA Cup. So, you know, there's a lot of football still to be played, and these lads know that they'll play a huge part for us when they come back. They're, you know, very much part of the group, and we try to make them part of the group all the time. So it's difficult at the minute. Obviously, you know, seeing a lot of them not available for us, but we focus on the group that we have, and the group that I feel has performed really well over the last 4 or 5 games.
You referenced the Everton match there, and 2 of the younger players caught fans' eyes in that match. Marsh, of course, who's getting up to speed here, and Faulkner. If I can ask for the pair of them, where are they at with regard to maybe first team starts here now?
Yeah, they're very much in the thinking like the rest of the group that's fit and available. You know, the game was, I thought on Tuesday night there was a lot of good performances. We never singled anybody out for any outstanding performance. I felt it was a really good team performance, which is pleasing. And I think, you know, we've seen a different side to us at Forest Green where we had to dig in, a bit like a basketball game at times, like you attack, we attack. But we dug in, we were resolute, we got the job done, and we followed that on Tuesday night against, you know, like as Cliff mentioned after the game, we were speaking about it, they're a talented group. Yeah. And some, you know, Everton predominantly over the years, their 21 group has always been really strong and really competitive. I think in this competition last year in the early stages they went and beat, I think, Hartlepool or one of those teams 5-0, and so you can see how competitive they can be. So for us, we were pleased to get the 2 wins, and now we're looking forward to tomorrow's game.
It's interesting, isn't it? After the Wrexham game, we were talking about the frustrations of not having had the extra substance to go with some of the style. Last week was plenty of substance. Marry that together, things will be fine.
Yeah, I think we've been pleasing, and we have been pleased over the last, you know, probably from Everton onwards. You know, we've been pleased with the performance levels of the group. You know, we've had to dig in games, Forest Green, Swindon. Here, you know, when we've held a team that's I think the leading goal scorers in the league to very little opportunities at our goal with 10 men. So we feel we're coming. We feel we're getting stronger all the time. We'll only get stronger once more bodies come back, and it gives us more of a conundrum, you know, to pick a team, if that makes sense. But I'm pleased with the boys. There seems to be a real bounce about them. We know we're coming up against a very good Gillingham team and a very good manager in Neil Harris. So it's going to be another tough test for us on Saturday, but we're all looking forward to it. What do the scouting reports tell you about them? Obviously the top of the league, but how have they gone about it? They're strong. I think they've recruited well. I think they've got a real clear plan and identity of how they play. Knowing Neil's teams over the years and having played against his teams, you know, you can see their principles and what they're about. They're always hard to play against and always hard to break down. So we're going to have to be at our very, very best to win the game. But I feel the boys are in a really good place and a headspace to attack this game and see where we go. And should you win, what a signpost that would be for the development of this group of players then, given what they are and where they are right now. I know sort of table-wise it's early days, but they're obviously a very, you know, strong team, aren't they? They like to play fairly direct percentage football. They've got a great defensive record this year. Beat them, that'll be great for you guys. I think it's probably a little bit unfair. Neil's teams do play good football for me, and they have a certain style of play, and I think they've brought in some top players. You know, I think, you know, people like Mahoney and Williams, and the 2 Williams both played in the Championship, and Macaulay Boney, Championship centre forward, really has been there and done it. So we know they're strong. We know they've got good individuals, and they're actually a good team as well. You know, there's a lot of teams in this league with good individuals, and maybe sometimes struggle to bring it into as a team. But Gillingham are definitely that. You know, you can see they're a real team. They've got a real togetherness. We're going to have to be strong, resolute. We're going to have to make sure that we try and take the game to them because we're at home. We want to start well and see if we can finish strong as well. So I think it's got the makings of a good game, a really good game. I think Neil will know that, you know, we're no easy touch, and I'm hoping that we can show him that on Saturday.